Welcome back to the universe of power. If this is your first time tuning in, welcome. Please like, comment, and subscribe for all things within the Power universe. I want to give a big shout out to everyone that voted on the poll for my next video. Well, the votes are in. For today's video, I will be taking a closer look into one of the most powerful new characters that were introduced to us in Season 3 of Power Book 2 Ghost. RSJ. When we were first introduced to RSJ, I originally didn't think there was more to his character than what we were given. But as Season 3 progressed, there have been a lot of red flags about RSJ that I have noticed. In my opinion, there is still a lot more to be learned about his character. I believe that there are a few possibilities when it comes down to RSJ's motives with Tariq and also who RSJ could really be. The first could be that RSJ is one of many people that Ghost has placed in Tariq's life to keep tabs on him. As I have said before, if Ghost did in fact fake his death, then I believe that he has placed a number of people in Tariq's life to make sure that he stays on the right track to gain his inheritance. I don't think that it was by coincidence that RSJ decided to invest with Weston Holdings knowing that they were not legit. Ghost knew a lot of people in the streets when he was coming up, and who's to say that he didn't know RSJ? I believe that it could be possible that Ghost saved RSJ's life back in the day, and RSJ could have owed Ghost a favor that he never fulfilled. Or it could be possible that RSJ is another chess piece on the board that Ghost has moved. Let me explain. What if RSJ made attempts to buy the jazz club from Uncle Gabe in the past, but was unsuccessful? What if Ghost bought the club from Uncle Gabe to trade with RSJ in exchange for keeping a close eye on Tariq and taking him under his wing? Ever since Ghost's questionable death, Tariq has been slowly realizing what Ghost was trying to get him to understand. Every time Tariq makes an attempt to leave the street life alone, there is always something pulling him back in. First it was Monet, and now it is Noma. I think that RSJ could be someone that Ghost put into Tariq's life that could get him to understand Ghost's perspective even more. The next possibility could be that RSJ is also living a double life similar to how Ghost did. In episode 4, we saw Councilman Tate tell Tariq that RSJ likes to test people, and if he decides to give them the time of day, then that means that he wants something from them in return. Tariq thought that RSJ only wanted the QCP building, but it seems that RSJ is still testing Tariq, and it could be possible that he wants to use Tariq for a much bigger purpose. RSJ is a billionaire, and he seems to be connected, calculated, and has a lot of inside knowledge about a number of things. There is absolutely no way that he doesn't know who Ghost is. I am 100% sure that he has done his research on Tariq and his entire family. We saw Tariq tell RSJ that he never really knew his father, and then RSJ tells Tariq, sounds like he had two faces. In my opinion, RSJ also has two faces and possibly is living a double life. It could be possible that RSJ has his own secret organization in the streets and is really a kingpin. It could also be possible that RSJ knows exactly who Noma is. I would not be surprised if he knew everything that happened with Tariq in Italy. RSJ could be waiting to see how things play out with Tariq and Noma before he steps in to assist Tariq. I think that RSJ could possibly be the ally that Tariq needs to take down Noma. But I feel like if he does indeed help Tariq, this will set up for a showdown between RSJ and Tariq for future seasons. I think RSJ could want Tariq to work for him and his organization in exchange for financial knowledge and assistance with getting his will early next season. I also think that this could turn into a Lobos and Milan type of situation, with Noma being Tariq's Lobos and RSJ turning into Tariq's Milan. The last possibility for RSJ could be that he is Uncle Gabe's son. Yes, I am aware that RSJ told Tariq that his father died, but there is something that I would like to point out. When Councilman Tate gave Tariq advice on how to handle RSJ, we saw Councilman Tate tell Tariq that RSJ had a background that was cleaner than Obama's. But it's quite obvious that's not the case. We saw RSJ give Tariq a complete rundown on his father's past as a petty thief. If his background was as clean as Tate said it was, then I'm quite sure his father's past as a criminal would have shown up. I believe that RSJ lied about his father not being alive and is keeping his father as far away from the public eye as he can. If you watched my last video, you saw my theory on Uncle Gabe being the person that put a hit out on Ghost's father. I went into how Uncle Gabe was in a partnership with Ghost's father in owning the jazz club back in the day. I also said how Uncle Gabe had the most to gain from Ghost's father's death, being that Uncle Gabe gained full ownership of the club after his death. What if Uncle Gabe only agreed to sell the club to Ghost after Ghost explained his plan of faking his death? What if Uncle Gabe knew that his son RSJ would be able to persuade Tariq into giving him control of the jazz club? Keep in mind the jazz club and the QCP building are the same thing. Another thing to keep in mind is that from the looks of it, Ghost held Uncle Gabe in high regards. Chances are, Ghost doesn't know that Uncle Gabe had his father killed, and Ghost really doesn't know how shady Uncle Gabe really is. RSJ getting the property back from Tariq could all be another shady power play by Uncle Gabe. When it comes down to the theory of RSJ being Ghost's half-brother, I think that the chances of that being possible are less than likely. I do believe that Ghost has a secret brother, but just not RSJ. I think that it could be slightly possible that RSJ and Noma could both be connected together, with RSJ being the hidden hand in Noma's operation. I definitely think that there are more cards in the deck for Noma, and I believe that she has not shown everything that she is capable of just yet. RSJ could be the main reason how Noma knew that Tariq was in Italy. I always found it suspicious that RSJ had to step away and have a private conversation with the pilot when everyone was loading the plane. Whichever theory turns out to be correct, I believe that RSJ could very well be the character that brings all of the spin-offs together. Do you think that RSJ has a secret agenda? Let me know in the comments. Please like, comment, and subscribe for all things within the Power Universe. Be sure to hit the notification bell so that you can know when my next video drops. See you all next time in the Universe of Power.